I like raised my hand, and then Delmy raised her hand. I was like, what?
Like, excuse me?
Like cashing in money in the bank over here.
Right. The biggest upset. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Get Cereal, the weekly show where I, your host, Alyssa Marino, eat cereal, talk about stuff, and sometimes talk to people. Joining me today is the real catch, one half of the Sea Stars and an overall delightful human, Ashley Vox. How are you doing, my friend?
I am doing so good. Day off, just chilling. Might skate a little after this.
Yes, ma'am. I love that. And we were even talking about it. You deserve a little bit of R&R because you have been very busy. You have been up and down the coast from Beyond and Limitless up north to AEW down in Jacksonville. How is it feeling to have things starting to open back up now?
It's pretty crazy. Like just walking around, like life kind of coming back to normal and wrestling coming back here and there. Perfect time too for the summer, so I get to travel in nice weather, and yeah, like you said, I'm actually pretty jet lagged, so I deserve a little treat for today. So,
and we do have treats. I mentioned you're one half of the Sea Stars, and I have to share with you a treasure that I found. Okay, this show is a lot about cereal. Sometimes about wrestling and about people and about friends. But I found Sea Stars cereal. Okay.
Yeah, so we make.
I was gonna say, which one's you? Are you the are you the jellyfish? So what is your cereal of choice for today?
My favorite cereal, I had to go with the Cap'n Crunch berries, of course.
Perfect.
And joining me is Mr. Cap'n himself.
Oh my gosh, you have the Cap'n.
How cute.
I love it. You know what? It's funny. This fits with the whole sea theme. You know, I'm having the Sea Stars. I'm with the real catch, and you've got the Captain. Man, what an excellent breakfast. We're ready. I'm going in a little bit of my milk, and I am just so excited to be chatting with you today, my friend. So we were talking about how you've been very busy, and a lot of the opportunities that we actually saw you have, you were alongside your fellow Sea Star, Delmy XO. I want to know more about your journey into the world of pro wrestling and what that kind of looked like.
Well, it was awesome that I had her by my side, and if I did this whole journey of like wrestling alone, just like traveling, driving, wrestling without her, it's just not the same. It gets very lonely. Props to whoever does single matches and doesn't have a sibling to travel with. I love that she's by my side and that we're able to do this together. So,
heck yeah,
the journey's been great and easy with her.
I believe that, and I believe that especially because of some recent TikToks that you showed where you guys were traveling together, and would you have like a layover or a flight cancellation? You guys were just having fun in the airport. I love it.
Yeah, weather caused quite a delay that we missed for connecting flight, but Delmy was like, let's make TikTok.
and so it works. Now, did you actually go into training and starting to have matches before Delmy? Do you feel like it was a sense of like sibling rivalry, or do you feel like you were kind of clearing a path for her?
Funny thing is, we had watched, I think like a SmackDown locally, and some guy was handing out flyers for like training classes. So she grabbed the flyer because she knew that I wanted to become a wrestler, and I was like doing research, like where's the closest school? So when we got to the school, the trainer at the time had asked who wanted to like get in the ring, And I like raised my hand, and then Delmy raised her hand. I was like, what?
Like, excuse me?
Like cashing in money in the bank over here.
Right. The biggest upset.
But we literally started training the same day. We were the only two girls, so we kept working with each other. There wasn't a lot of women tag teams or just women in general wrestling at that time. So us trying to tag team at first was really hard to like get promoters to book. So we just kept wrestling each other forever.
A good way to keep improving, keep the skills sharp. I like that. Obviously, you guys did start getting more bookings as a tag team, and recently you posted a photo of Team Sea Stars at AEW Dark with a caption that said, "You get to do this with your better half." So, aside from having a built-in tag team partner, what were some of the other perks and maybe drawbacks of growing up with a sibling?
Just being able to like, if I felt miserable, like a bad day, like I was able to like go to her despite like having like 7 years apart. um she's literally like my best friend. I can go to her for anything, and I know that she can come to me for anything. We just always hung out. I hung out with her friends, like her younger friends. She hung out with my older friends. College, we I was so bad at school. Like I was like, I don't think I want to go to school, but somehow we ended up going to the same community college.
Okay.
So even in, like being in college, like 7 years apart, it was like wild. Like I'm walking into college with my younger sibling, but it's so cool. Like we're able to do this together. So I'm glad that I have a sibling. I'm glad I wasn't an only child. I'd probably be very lonely and just like be lost. She did move out though last year in fall, so it's been kind of like
Right.
But it's okay. I see her during traveling.
I was gonna say, and you get to at least meet up at shows every now and then, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So, I'm very curious because cereal's a kind of nostalgic thing. You think about Saturday morning cartoons and stuff like that. What were you like as a little kid?
We used to play video games all the time. We used to play Nintendo 64 Mario Kart, like
Classic.
all summer. All the Tony Hawk games. We used to watch a lot of animation, like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto. Those were our two favorite. And every time we did that, we ate ramen and soda. Like so bad. Every time.
I love that though, because one of the really interesting things I found in my research, because I like to research, was all of the different influences that have gone into t-shirt designs of yours. Everything, yes, everything from like little cartoon illustrations to Starbucks to ramen to Rick and Morty. So, yeah. I mean, the Rick and Morty universe does seem kind of dangerous and terrifying. But if you could be a character in any animated series, and maybe it would be Naruto or something like that, but what would you pick?
With Dragon Ball Z, I'm going to go with Vegeta. And she's my...
On the theme of different pop culture references and stuff like that, one of the many things that I love about Sea Stars is your entrance music, Hooked on a Feeling. Was that in place before Guardians of the Galaxy, or did Guardians give you the inspiration?
Guardians of the Galaxy gave us the inspiration. Love that movie.
Same here. Oh,
I can watch that movie over and over again, and I won't get sick of it.
It's easy. It's fun. Easy to watch. So, but speaking of music, what have you been listening to lately?
A lot of reggae. I have like a playlist of Bob Marley, 311, Slightly Stupid. Just because like the summer's picking up pretty much. Summer's here, so it's like a good beach vibe, and I love reggae. Delmy doesn't like reggae. Layla doesn't like reggae. They don't like my music, but reggae's in.
That's fair. If I could imagine if you ever get like vetoed on a road trip, like no, sorry, it's not gonna work. So, that's kind of a bummer.
My road trip playlist, though, it's weird, but I like to listen to like Fleetwood Mac, like very slow paced music. and they're like, "You're gonna put us to sleep." I also
Especially
like,
whoever's driving, like that's kind of dangerous if it's just like too mellow. Oh,
yeah,
there we go.
I work out to like Fleetwood Mac or Bob Dylan, just like relaxed music.
I mean, I'm curious how that would work when you're like trying to get energized and like pump an iron. But hey, whatever floats your boat.
Exactly right.
And speaking of boats, speaking of the beach, as you mentioned earlier, you refer to yourself as the real catch. You're billed from the ocean state. And aside from being a proud New Englander, can you tell me about the significance of the sea for you?
Um, I don't know. A lot of people, it's crazy. Like living here, like I've always been obsessed with the ocean. I've always been obsessed with just like Ariel, the Little Mermaid, like just ocean theme, like Aquaman. I don't know. Someone said that it's part of like my zodiac sign. They're like, "Oh, you're a water type," and I was like, "Oh my god, that makes sense." I'm obsessed with water.
Oh.
I don't know how to swim.
No way.
Don't know how to swim.
And here I was thinking you were like part mer creature. Whoa.
Plot twist.
Any plan to, or you're like, nah, I'm good.
I've tried. Layla's tried to teach me how to swim. Domi's tried to teach me how to swim. Davy N's tried to teach me how to swim. I just can't get it. I just sink. I sink.
Maybe it's the ocean's like, hey, you're back. Like, come here, and it's just trying to bring you down.
It's happened looking for me.
Obviously, we've been talking about Domi. You mentioned Davy N. You mentioned Layla. And you, my friend, have been on a tear as a badass woman in wrestling. And I think the last time we talked, it was about WWR Plus in Worcester. And their next event is coming up Sunday, June 20th at White Eagle. What is your take on kind of the landscape of women's wrestling right now?
I think it's on fire right now. I think just girls from WWE, girls from Impact, the Ring of Honor tournament, AEW, everyone's killing it all around. And that and tag team division, like it's just like building up. So I think it's awesome. I think everyone is motivated with the whole COVID, like wrestling being on a pause. Everyone just took time to like reflect on themselves and or what they can work on. And now it's really just showing,
Yeah, it's like you put in all the legwork while we had a bit of downtime, and now it's like, hey, look what I've been working on. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we are in the midst of Pride Month, and as a member of the LGBTQIA plus community, someone that's very passionate and vocal about loving whoever the heck you want to love, what does Pride mean to you?
Pride means to me just being yourself, whether you like guys, girls, trans, pansexuals, doesn't matter. Just be yourself. July 1st, I'm still gay. All year round. Nothing's going to change that. It is awesome that we're able to have a month to, for ourselves and other people to like support and walk around with a rainbow flag or just show some kind of support that it's 2021. There shouldn't be any, people that are just like so negative and just like hate everything. We're all human and just be yourself.
I love that. And yeah, Pride is 365 days a year, but it's nice to have that time to kind of celebrate and support. So my friend, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. And where can our breakfast buddies find you online, and what do you have coming up next?
Definitely on Twitter, Ashley __ Vox. Someone stole Ashley Vox.
Okay, that's rude.
Yeah, that's a few underscores.
Unbelievable, but okay, we'll put it down here so our friends can check it out. Okay.
Instagram, it's at AVOX, and TikTok, Team C Stars. So
the TikTok, definitely, my friends, if you haven't checked out C Stars TikTok, do yourself a favor because it is hysterical. So, my friend, any final words? Anything you want to impart upon our friends at home before I let you go?
Thank you for having me on. Thank you for letting me have a nice little treat.
It's now probably soggy, but
That everyone that complains about the Captain Crunch cereal and they say that the roof of their mouth hurts, just let it get soggy. Problem solved. Soggy cereal, still good.
at least Captain Crunch is still good when it's soggy.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. It's way less dangerous, that's for sure. So. Well, until next time, my friends, continue to do your best, to be your best, and we will see you later. My friends, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Let's Get Cereal. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can be a friend of the show and get your Let's Get Cereal t-shirt at belowthecollar.com. And now you can join my Patreon for exclusive content on every tier. I've got new episodes of Let's Get Cereal every single Saturday, so be sure that you like, you comment, subscribe, maybe tell a friend. Check out that video. That one? Yeah, watch that one. See you later.